Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. You have absolutely no idea who I am. My name is Tanjanika. I'm the CEO of Tactical Tangerine Defense and I am so excited that you're here. If this is your first time, welcome! Please hit that subscribe button so we can always be friends. And if you're returning, I appreciate you way more than you know. So today guys, I finally was able to sit down and do a review of the FN PS90. I want to show you guys how I took it on the range and how I shot it, and I want to tell you guys all about it. So if that's something that you're interested in, make sure you stay tuned.
Let's get lifted, I get lifted, you get lifted, we get lifted. Let's get lifted, let's go higher.
So let me tell you about this firearm. This is I'm gonna give you the actual name. This is the Fabrique Nationale Herstal, and it's from Belgium. The model of it is a PS90. Now, this is a semi-automatic firearm. The P90 is an automatic firearm, and it's used in over 30 countries around the world. They use it in their military. So I was really excited about this firearm. It's beautiful, and it's like Call of Duty. Think of any, firearm military game that you play online. This firearm is probably in it, and so it had to be in the collection. It had to be here, and I absolutely love it. So I want to talk to you guys about it, and look at it. It's so badass. It's so unique. None of the firearms look anything like this, and that's what I love about this firearm. That's what attracted me to it. It's so ergonomically pleasing. It is a 16-inch barrel. And look at so this is the handle here, and it's kind of difficult to hold sometimes, so you got to really get used to it. This is the buttstock of it. This is a polymer frame, and so when I put it into my shoulder and bring it back, this is the trigger. The safety is here, which is different. That's super different than any other firearms, but it has that forward grip, right? Automatically built in. And then look at the ergonomic symmetry of it, right? It's just different. It's super different. And I know a lot of people might not like this firearm because of the ergonomics of it, meaning the way it's shaped, the way that you have to hold it, but I found it to be rather interesting. So I'm going to tell you more about it, okay? So let's talk about the overall length. The overall length of this is 26 inches. The barrel length is 16 inches. It's a polymer frame. It's amazingly beautiful. It really is. The magazine holds around 50 rounds in it. I'm going to show you the magazine in a minute. It has a Picatinny rail on it, so you can mount a light, you can mount a red dot on this, and so that Picatinny rail is right up top here. Then you have ambidextrous trigger, you have ambidextrous slide or bolt release, that's ambidextrous. Most of this is really appeasing to left or right shooters. It's for the military, and a lot of military have adopted this, so they want to make sure a left or right-handed shooter can use it. So it has ambidextrous bolt action. So the weight of this is around 6 pounds 28 ounces, and it doesn't include the red dot or scope. So it's 6 pounds 28 ounces, just as is. Okay, the safety is ambidextrous. The trigger is ambidextrous. The charging handle is ambidextrous. It's just so sleek and smooth. Look how the charging handle, how close it is to the firearm. I'm going to give you some up close of this. But I just want you guys to see how streamlined this whole firearm is, and how tight it is and small it is actually. Compared to my frame, right? So compared to my frame, this is super tiny, and I love that about this. I really do. So this is amazing. Polymer body. It does have backup iron sights, so if I was to take this off, it does have the iron sights on it. Again, it's for the military. So it's in the color matte black, which is super sexy and sleek as well. And a lot of the firearms in the military are black, so that wasn't unusual as well. Again, 16-inch barrel, just super fucking sexy. I honestly enjoyed this firearm. I really did, for several reasons. Because it was so sleek and you know, it fit my frame extremely well. I have small hands, so I was able to get in and get a great grip on this firearm without it being too much of an issue for me. So I like that about it. I didn't mind the trigger. Like, the trigger didn't have, so it's completely empty. And you can tell up here, this is where you load the magazine, which is interesting. I'm gonna tell you about that in a minute. So that's where you load it, but it's completely empty. But when you pull the trigger is kind of funky to pull, right? Once you put it on, take it off safe, you got to be aware of that. The trigger is a little difficult to pull to the rear, right? It has 0 slack in it whatsoever, just a little slack, but not much. Not much slack at all in this. And so that's something to pay attention to. And a lot of people don't like the trigger on it, but I didn't mind the trigger at all. I didn't like the safety back down here by the trigger. Like, I don't like that about it. That bothered me because, like, what if you accidentally, like, take it off safe and then, but the trigger is so hard to pull. Like, it might happen, it could happen, stranger things have happened, but I don't think it would happen. But that's what's going on with this, okay? The Mantis red dot goes from 0 to 4, and 4 is the lightest. 1 is the strongest. And it needed to be sighted in a little bit when I did go to the range. I'm going to show you footage of that. So I need to still take this to the range and sight it in the indoor range because I took it to the outdoor range. But either way, it was just a hair off, so it's not that bad. But I do love this. Like, I still love it, and I still, you know, think it's dope. The way you take this down is by pressing this button here. I'm not going to take it all the way down, but this is the button that you press in the middle here to take it down and break it apart. Now let me show you the magazine for it, okay? So it takes 5x7 by 2.8 rounds, and if you take a look at this magazine, let me show you guys. The way you have to load this is very interesting. So you take one of the rounds out. You have to push this, and this is a 50 round mag, right? So it comes with a 10 or a 30 round mag, but then you can also get a 50 round mag as well. So when you push the round in, it turns the rounds like this. So instead of them going in like so, it's gonna turn this next one so that they're facing this way. So let me show you. Look at that. So I'm gonna put it in. So I'm gonna push this down. And as I push it down, the other one goes down and turns, okay? It goes down and turns. So I'll show you a close-up of that. But this round was so interesting to me because I never seen one like this. And I never seen it like opened up like this. And let me show you how to load it. So you take it and you place it face down. You put it in this, you slide it in like so. You slide it in here like so. And then you slap it down. Load it by pressing the charging handle. So, and then you eject it by here. So there's an ejection button here that releases it, okay? So the ejection button is here. So that's how you load it. And that is the PS90. So this is the civilian version. The P90 is the military version. The civilian version, which is a semi-automatic, is the PS90. Now, I want you guys to be very clear about this because I heard somebody say the other day, automatic, semi-automatic. I'm like, who in the fuck? Never in the history of neverdom, okay? Never, ever, ever. The term is automatic or semi-automatic. It's no in between, okay, ladies and gentlemen? So this is a semi-automatic firearm, and it is for civilian use. And it is so amazingly smooth. It's almost no recoil. I went nowhere when I fired the shot. It's amazing. It's like the trigger's like butter once you get onto it. And the shots were on the money. My Mantis was off just by a hair, like a little bit, but I still was able to make the target. So let me show you that footage here, and then we'll come back.
So today, guys, we're going to review the PS90. I'm super excited about this. If you don't know what this is, we're going to talk all about it. This is the magazine for it, guys. This is a 5x7 by 2.8 round, and it's so sexy. Look at this magazine and the way you feed it into it. Like, I'm going to do a whole review inside, but I just want to show you guys and shoot with you guys today. So you load it like this. It's in there. It's seated properly. Okay, so then there we go. And now we shoot. sights are. I think my sights off, but y'all get it. Y'all see it. Put it back on safe here on the bottom. Oh my God, the sights are, it goes to 1 through 4 on the sight, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it gets darker. Number 1. 1 is the darkest, 4 is the lightest, and 0 is off. So, but this is a PS90. It's so sexy. Look at it. It's so, it's made in Belgium. And the magazine is wild on here. It's super wild. And I'm gonna show you the release button and all that stuff inside. But yes, it's 5x7x28 is the round, which is a special round to have as well. So that's that. But oh my God. And that's the PS90.
So as you can see from firing, the rounds did not eject out the side port, like out of the side like it normally does any other rifle. It comes out the bottom. So for my lefties, this is perfect for you. For anyone that has difficulties, like worried about hot brass, this firearm is perfect because it ejects out the bottom. So it kind of hits your thigh when you're shooting, but it didn't bother me at all. I didn't feel anything. It was not an issue. It was not a problem. So I love that about this. So this is like, there's absolutely nowhere on here for you to put like a sling, because this is like its own sling. It has a built-in sling that you can prop your hand up, so it has this forward grip here, and then so you grip it around this, and then you grip your dominant or your firing hand around this part, and this is where your trigger goes. So it has like a built-in sling, so you can always maintain control of the firearm effortlessly, and I like that as well. Okay, so I would not grab this in a pinch. I would not, but I absolutely love this in the collection. I love the fact that it is an option if needed, and I do know how to train with it, and I do know how to fire it. I do know how to load it. If you've never fired one of these before, loading and unloading the magazine can be intimidating. Also, loading it into the firearm can be intimidating. Knowing where to grab, where to take the safety off, etc., can be intimidating. So all of those things are something that you need to pay attention to. But for the most part, this is a solid firearm. So what's important to note about this firearm is you got to know yourself. If you have a big frame, if you got big ass hands, if you are tall, if you got long arms, this might not work for you. I have a petite frame, I have small hands, I like curvy things, I have a good grip on this, trigger is not a problem, I have long nails, that's not an issue. So all of those things you have to take into account before you purchase this, or if you want to go try it and shoot it, that might be something that you're worried about or concerned about, and that is a concern, especially if you have long arms. To bring them all the way back here in such a crunch could be an issue for you, and I completely understand that. For me, it just fits comfortably. I'm able to get a great grip on this, and my grip is tight. Everything about this is like very tight and controlled, so I love that about this firearm. And I just think that's something that you need to pay attention to, and you won't like this, and you'll be disappointed if you have a frame that doesn't fit the ergonomics of this firearm. And you won't know it until you fire it. So if they have it somewhere where you can test it, I definitely would recommend this. But MSRP for this around right now currently is around $1,950. $2,500. I've seen it in some places, so it just depends on who's selling it and what you have access to. The problem with this is the ammo. The ammo is expensive and kind of hard to find, so that's why like there's a bulk in here. Like I have 5.57 and buy a lot of them because it's hard and difficult to find. Okay, so that's one of the things that you need to pay attention to about this firearm as well. If you plan on purchasing it, the ammo is a bitch to find and collect and store up, okay? But that shouldn't stop you from purchasing this if you have the opportunity. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I do recommend this. I like it. I really, really do. So there you have it. It's the PS90. Isn't this everything? Tell me I'm not winning. Like I win. Like I win with the PS90. I absolutely love this. I know a lot of people who don't like this firearm. Like it's cute to have. And let me tell you something. If something were to pop off in the house, I would not grab this first. I would not grab this first. And the only reason I wouldn't is because I don't have enough muscle memory with it. I don't want to waste time fumbling around, trying to get my trigger discipline right, trying to get my high firm pistol grip, those type of things. I just want to be able to get on target immediately to eliminate the threat. With this, it might be a little bit of fumbling. Like I would still practice with this, and this is an amazing firearm to clear the house with. Like I could definitely do some CQB drills with this, but because the barrel length is so short. But ladies and gentlemen, it's a PS90. So if you've made it this far, I can't thank you enough. I appreciate you way more than you know. If you've made it this far, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share this out with your friends and family who need to know about this amazing, dope, futuristic firearm. Okay, I'm so excited. And I can't thank you enough for being here. I really, really do appreciate your support. We got a lot of things coming up, so stay on the lookout for that. I'll be going live to tell you guys more about that. And then, yeah, I look forward to more reviews. Let me know which guns in the collection you want to see a review on next. Next, guys, I have a really special surprise for you guys, so I'm super excited about the next review that's coming up. And I'm going to save it for the surprise, but it's going to be a banger. It's going to be good. And I think you're going to like it. So I can't wait. And as always, I hope you stay trained and tactical in these streets. And I will see you back here next time on Tactical Tangerine Defense. Bye, guys.